normal, sitting at home, sitting here, listening to no one applaud for me. That's fantastic. Hello, everybody, Elena and Devo and Steve and Allison and everybody. Shauna trying to get in the show. I feel great.
I just let
And
Kevin in by mistake.
you left. Oh,
Right.
you did not. I was going to say, I've been looking up there trying to not let Erzatz Kevin in.
Sorry, I'll
Welcome
put
to the virtual that virtual comedy show where our new game is Where is Steve Goody this week? It used to be Where's Brad this week? And in 2 days I fly to Skagway, Alaska. Steve is in Denver, ladies and gentlemen, and he drove last night from Utah with where he was playing for the Mormons. So if you got it, Janice is trying to come in again, and no more Kevin. We are falling apart, and there's Patty.
So we got Kevin. He's just somewhere else.
Steve is on his worldwide tour, which is fantastic. So we can't wait to hear how that's going. And we also, of course, our other star who's waiting to get in, Patty Vasquez, is here always. Yay. Plus, every week we have a stellar lineup of talent. This week, our pal and brilliant comedian, Sal D'Amelio, who does not only funny stuff, but you talk funny too, don't you? You make a lot of funny sounds.
What are you talking about?
That sounds different than it really is. And of course, hilarious, funny song writer and stylist Tom Rockwell, better known as Devo Spice, although it's probably the other way around. Or is it, which one are you better known as? You're better known as Tom or Devo?
That depends on who you ask.
Your banker, bank teller. Okay. As I mentioned, that on TV, I was watching, the one man was saying that a long-time marriage, you go through times when you feel like chucking the whole thing. And I can tell you that I have never thought of doing that. He talked about how pet peeves in a marriage can build and how annoying they can get over time. And I say, get over it. I say, the secret to marriage is being fine with your partner's incessant need to not learn anything. That is the, just be good with it. Think of yours for the people that are married. Here's one of mine. One of my wife's. And remember, she puts up with 23% more worse for me. So here we go. I do the recycling and trash here. Everybody has jobs. She does the laundry. I do the recycling and trash. Pretty usual in many homes. The man does the trash and recycling. And many men will get peeved if their wife doesn't put the trash where the trash goes and the recycling where the recycling goes. And they will mention it to their wife every time they find out that it's wrong, with a lot of nagging. Well, in my house, my wife has zero idea what is trash and what is recycling. And I have never mentioned it, and I never will. I have no problem with it. She puts the styrofoam right in the recycling and the Amazon boxes in the trash all the time. So what? I just go out and put them where they go. I don't tell her she's... That's right. I don't tell her she's done it wrong. I don't tell her it's a problem. I don't care. I don't want her to see this tonight either, because I am proud to fix it myself. I don't want her to know. I don't even want her to know that she screws it up. That all the bubble wrap I've had to take out of the recycling, I don't want her to know. Now, on the other side, my wife can sit silently for 6 hours or more, watching TV or working or doing puzzles. She could sit silently for 6 hours straight, not a peep, right? Wow. I cannot do any of that or anything without making noise every couple minutes. And not even talking to her, just talking to myself or her. or I'll just make up a song about nothing for an hour, maybe a tune about my fingernails splitting for 26 minutes and just sing that. And if I'm not doing that while I'm working or doing a puzzle or while cleaning, I will just spew out nonstop automatopoeia. And I'm like, you know what? It's not Marty Feldman. Who was the guy? Who remembers the guy that looked like Marty Feldman that did all the sounds?
Oh, yeah.
All right, somebody look that up.
Wes Harrison?
Victor Borga.
No, not Victor.
Oh, no.
Somebody look it up. But anyway,
something.
Charlie Callis. Great. Charlie Callis. Very good.
Charlie Callis.
So I'm the Charlie Callis of this house. And this annoys the hell out of her. How annoying do you think it is for the last 32 years that I can't sit through a television show. I have to say something. And of course it bugs her. And she suffers through it for about 10 minutes and then tells me to shut up. But that's love. And also why the monologue is usually about 10 minutes because that's all the grace I get from you people too. So, okay. So, hey, Patty, you're in here. If anybody's listening, you're married. Anybody got a quick pet peeve that their spouse does that you just let go?
I've heard a couple of people say that that's a peeve if their spouse tells all about the pet peeves on a comedy show.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's why I said not to tell her. Actually, we talked about this at dinner, and the recycling thing is kind of a lie. She's mostly it's plastic things, but I couldn't really think of one, so I had to come up with something. All right, here we go. Let's do what
You got 4 minutes left.
Listening to these jokes. The Tangerine Menace is offering immigrants $1,000 a stipend and a plane ticket if they leave the country. Yep. Did you all see that?
No way.
Yep.
$1,000 a stipend and a plane ticket if they leave the country. My family has been here since before the Revolutionary War, but I'm getting close to taking that deal myself. That's and my daughter is a daughter of the American Revolution. We fought in the Revolution. All right. Kohl's, the company Kohl's fired their new CEO after they found out he had been giving millions of dollars of business to a vendor with whom he had a close personal relationship.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the board said if they wanted that, they'd hire a Trump. Okay. That's what they do. I'm going to take a sip. P. Diddy Combs turned down a plea deal this last week on his sex trafficking charges. P's lawyer said it's more of a sex Ubering. Dang it, I screwed that up. Sex trafficking, but sex Ubering. The man also known as Puff Daddy, because calling yourself Father Blower doesn't sound right. There was a dirtier way I could have gone with that.
Yes.
He will now stand trial on 5 criminal counts, which if found guilty could get him life in prison, which wouldn't be so bad unless the prison commissary runs out of baby oil. Then things could get stuck. Well, more apropos, things could get stuck. Okay. That was just creepy all around, wasn't it? This is my second favorite joke of the day. I like to announce. By the way, my wife did not like any of those jokes. This one's okay. A viral video showed a 2-day-old donkey meeting a chicken for the first time, and millions are commenting how cute the animals look as they become friends. Did y'all see that? The donkey and the chicken are friends.
I saw the link.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
Then later they were beaten to death by a jealous warthog and meerkat. Hakuna Matata indeed. Hakuna Matata. This was Janet's favorite joke and mine. RFK Jr. this week said that the MMR vaccine contained aborted fetus debris, which is preposterous because aborted fetus debris has been opening for Metallica all over the country.
I was just going to say, I'm going to form a band by that name.
That is the greatest band name ever. I'm glad you didn't say it before I got the joke out. All right. This I love. Janet didn't appreciate this one. A miniature dachshund who ran away from its owners on Australia's remote Kangaroo Island thrived for 529 days among feral cats, kangaroos, and wallabies. They kept seeing it, but it would get away, and it was fed, everything. It has finally been captured by being lured into a cage by its owner's t-shirts. The little pup competed for food and dominance in the wild for more than a year. Isn't that amazing? Once back home, the little doggy shoved the fat orange cat's face in lasagna and threw it in the yard. John Arbuckle is By the way, I'm not sure. I don't even know what kind of dog Odie is. He could be adopted. As much as Snoopy's a freaking beagle. Now this.
Oh, it's funny.
You got to love people doing some great stuff. A 15-year-old Nigerian nonverbal autistic teen broke the Guinness World Book record for the largest canvas painting ever by creating a work he titled Impossibility is a Myth. The painting is 133,267 square feet and will probably sell for millions of dollars. The teen also has related that he isn't to be underestimated, and he wants to move to the U.S. because RFK Jr. said he would never pay taxes. He said autistic kids would never pay taxes. He's going to have millions of dollars. And although RFK Jr. was right, Elon Musk pays no taxes. Okay. The first self-driving truck hit the road carrying loads between Dallas and Houston. You've seen my brother and I have discussed this. He is a truck driver. He is against it. The semi will make regular round trips with more trucks being added when truck stop hookers figure out how to have sex with them. Hopefully they'll find the horny button soon. Okay.
Got a horn.
Hey. All right, two more, and then one more, and then the joke of the week. Researchers in Montana have created an alternative to bricks using mushrooms. Yes. People wondering if the mushrooms will ever replace cement only had to eat one of the bricks, and they were sure that they could build a rainbow house with them easy. No, they always say close with the strongest joke. That was not
Always.
Like, where do I have to test these out? This is it. This is the testing ground. All right. The joke of the week.
It is the virtual comedy show.
I know. Please get ready. It's going to fall apart. I usually look at setups of jokes and then I decide to use one of the setups or write my own. I wrote my own joke this week. By the way, the setup I saw was, what do you call a joke book for chickens? Anybody want to throw that? I didn't write a punchline for that. Anybody? Hen tails? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I didn't care for that, so I changed it. What does a funny rooster tell?
What?
Dad yolks.
Yeah, Tassell, everybody. Yeah, Tassell. Right there.